living wages and home affordability in Greenville, North Carolina.
Now, the living wage is something that gives us a real idea of what you need to cover all your basic expenses, including home costs. So we're going to talk about that in conjunction with home purchases as well. So we're just going to give you some numbers that MIT did a study and they gave us living wages and what you need in every place part of the country. And so we're talking about Greenville area.
Exactly.
They said a single person with no kids needs about $19.79 an hour, which is about $41,600 with food, housing, transportation, and other expenses. And we're going to talk about how you can even buy a home, but also a family of 4 with 2 working adults making $24.12 an hour, which is about $50,000 annually. You can be looking at mid-range homes at this point. And if you are one adult with one working adult rate and supporting your family of 4, you're needing to make at least $43,717 to be, or $90,000 on average to have that nice mid-range home. So we're not talking about starter at that point. So we're going to really break down the homes and break down the wages that you need.
We wanted to talk about the starter home in Greenville, something about brand new, could be brand new townhouse or single family home around $200,000. And based on these wages that my wife referenced from the MIT research, we wanted to talk about different financing options and see how with your income you can afford to become a homeowner.
Right, so if you're going 3.5% down and you want your monthly mortgage to be about $1,400, you're going to need to make about $27 an hour, which is $57,000 on average in order to keep it in a nice range where you can afford your budget. And we're going to talk about budget in a minute. Now, if you are going to do a conventional, you're 20% down because you have saved your money and you're a good saver, which means that you're going to be a millionaire at one point, right? Because you're a good saver. So, and you're learning how to the financial education, but you want your mortgage payment to be $1,200. So you want your mortgage payment to be $1,200, which means you need to be making at that point $43,000 annually or $21 an hour.
I see that you are now the financial advisor too. That's good. Therefore, now we wanted to talk about the family size, which we go a level more, which is for the mid-range, for the brand new single family home. We just chose one house in random for $340,000.
And I want to point out this is at market rates and there are interest rate specials out there. We're happy to talk to you about which homes have interest rate specials.
Exactly. Therefore, for an FHA loan with a payment of $2,400 a month for this $340,000, you're looking at annual income of $85,000 per year or $41 per hour. And if you're looking at the conventional loan with the 20% down also, yeah, your monthly payment is going to be $2,100 and you need to have an income around $72,000 or per year or $35 per hour, an hour.
And I'm going to give you the budgets next. We're just talking about mortgages right now, but we're going to get into the whole budget in a minute. But if you're looking to start into starter luxury, which is about $600,000, if you're going to be making $3,700 a month for an income of about $132,000, which means you need about $64 an hour, which is if you're doing 20% down.
Exactly. And the reason is because the limitation of the FHA loan. And the second thing we wanted to talk about, the typical living expenses in Greenville, North Carolina. We already talked about the housing. Now we wanted to talk about...
I told you I was breaking down a budget, so we're going to talk about budget.
Therefore, budgeting is super important for a single adult. How does the numbers look like?
For single adult, if you're looking at $16,800 per year, $1,400 for a small mortgage or a single family or a 2-3 bedroom townhome, your food is going to be $4,213 a month, about $350 a month. Transportation, I budgeted at $750 a month or $9,000 annually, and then healthcare $3,145 annually, and of course other expenses, and I came like internet, anything else, $7,500. All of that comes to $40,670, which is aligns with the $4,100. Again, you're gonna have to be living. You can afford it. It's just gonna be learning to save and
exactly. My wife speaks super fast, but I'm gonna go a little bit slower. For a family of 4, 2 adults working and 2 kids, basically, if you are paying $2,100, which is based on the numbers that we said before, for the housing times 12, you're gonna pay $25,200 per year for your housing. Food for family of 4 annually is going to be $12,382 based off this number. If you're using the child care, you pay pretty much for 2 kids up to $19,338 per year, and the health care is going to cost you $96.75 per year, and transportation is going to be almost $1,100 a month, or annual $13,138. And other miscellaneous costs like internet and other stuff is going to be $10,000 annually, which put us at $89,733 wage before the taxes and anything
And if
else.
you are making those $42 an hour or more, you're making $90,000, $80,000, or $100,000. If you're making $100,000 or $115,000 annually, you're right there in that middle class lifestyle, so you can afford the house with the yard and the bigger house.
Exactly. Now we wanted to talk about how Greenville, North Carolina stands out. The first item that we wanted to talk, and we already talked about, excited, is affordable housing. Therefore, we have started from the starter home, $200,000 for the first-time home buyers, with the wage of the $41,000 annual in average. If you wanted to look at the single-family home or townhouse options.
Now, if you are looking to keep your expenses lower, we are below the national averages. You have room in your budget to budget and save. If you are making those 6 figures and you want to have a nice home in a nice area, lower expenses, that's really the key to building wealth. The third one is, of course, the job market.
Exactly. Therefore, we were talking about a strong job market. Greenville, North Carolina, key industries are really healthcare, which is ECU now. It used to be Wyden Health. Now everything is under the umbrella of the East Carolina University, or ECU, and also education, of course, ECU and Pitt Community College, and different businesses, which could be pharmaceutical company, some big company that we actually talk about in the other videos.
You need $52,000 to $87,000 in order to be in the job market, and there's plenty of jobs in those markets. The next thing we're going to talk about is quality of life, because we have family-friendly areas, safe neighborhoods, great schools. So if you do have a family, Greenville is one of the areas why we chose to stay here, because we have a growing family. So that's why this is exactly why we're here.
Exactly. Therefore, to recap everything, if you're looking at a starter home around 200, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was supposed to talk about the the farmers markets, the local festivals, thriving downtown area. So if you are looking for a different lifestyle, Greenville has it all. Now tell me what you were going to say.
Exactly. Sorry for interrupting my wife. Now we want to talk about recapping everything that we said. For a starter home, we said if you're looking at $200,000 home, with the FHA, you need annual income of $57,000 for 3.5%, or you can go 20% down for a conventional loan with the $43,000.
And I want to just point out on our inventory in this area, while you're talking about that, you could be talking about an older home, or we could be talking about a brand new townhome for this price. So they do exist.
Exactly. And if you're looking at something mid-range, nice single-family home, brand new here, we're looking at $82,000 annual income with the FHA 3.5% down, or 20% down. You need with the conventional, you need annual income of $72,000. Or if you're looking at the luxury, which starts $600,000, with the conventional loan 20% down, you're looking at $132,000 annual income in Greenville, North Carolina.
So Greenville has everything. If you're looking for your first home, you're looking to upgrade your family to a bigger home, you're looking for that luxury living, even if it's quiet luxury, now's the time to make that move. And we are happy to talk about more things like wage integration, breaking down a little bit more your options if you have questions on it. Basically where we got these expenses from, but Greenville is really an affordable place to live, and it's an affordable city compared to the larger cities on the East Coast.
Exactly. And share with us what you want us to cover in the next video if you have any questions. And don't forget to follow all of our playlists, everything about living and moving to Greenville, North Carolina. And don't forget to write us a comment and subscribe in our channel. We love to connect with you. Alan Victoria Pinder. See you next time.